Let's talk about some of the key elements of a parenting plan. So, typically, the way that a parenting plan works, it's going to figure out residential time for the child. So, where the child predominantly resides with mom and dad, what that looks like as well. Other key factors are going to be decision making. So, decision making authority. That can be joint, it can be sole if there's reasons to put any sort of limitations on the other parents. These decision makings can be school, religion, and health, all go into the joint decision making. A parenting plan can also talk about communication, especially in high conflict cases. One thing that we do typically recommend, if you can't get along with your co-parent, especially in the beginning as you're going through this process, there are actual parenting apps that you can utilize for communication. Those can be things such as Talking Parents, Our Family Wizard. There's several that are very effective. These are also great when you need your attorney to look at it or you need it to be read in front of a commissioner or a judge. These all come into play. Another key component of any parenting plan will be balancing things that are important for your family. Those can be things such as holidays. Who gets what holiday? Are you going to go even years, odd years? Are there specific holidays that are maybe more important to one party more so than the other? You can also assign fixed holidays. This can be things such as Father's Day with the father, Mother's Day with the mother. If there's any holidays that are more special for one side than the other, those can always be fixed as well. You can also go into things such as birthdays. Can you be in agreement to split the birthdays? Would you do every other year? Things of that nature. The key to making this successful is always planning ahead. So ensuring that you both are on the same page with who has what holiday and when, and clearly communicating what that will look like. The more specific a parenting plan is typically better for both parties to avoid confusion. That can be specific pickup times and locations. Now, how should you handle disagreements when it comes to your parenting plan? Keep in mind, this plan may be in place for an extended period of time. Plans typically don't get modified unless there's major change in circumstances. So you're going to be stuck with this plan for quite some time. So, what does that look like when you have disagreements? That can be things such as asking for additional time, asking to switch days. If you have a good relationship with your co parent, that might look different for your family. If you are unable to resolve these issues, or if you have a very rigid co parent, this is when you would need to involve your attorney and potentially file a motion or in order to get that changed. As you're going through these parenting plans, the biggest thing we can stress is making sure that you are staying focused on your child and what's best for your child, what's in their best interest, and not fixating on the other parent, the co parent that you will have to do this with for quite some time. Let's talk about flexible versus detailed parenting plans. This typically will depend on the relationship that you have with the co parent, especially in the beginning. These situations can be very high conflict. With high conflict situations, we typically recommend having a very detailed plan. This can include things such as exact pickup locations, what parent is picking up or dropping off, if that needs to be in a public location, if that can be at the other parent's house. This all depends on that relationship with that co parent. In high conflict matters, we want to keep everything as calm as possible. This will help added stress on your child, any sort of fighting that may occur during the pickup or drop off. Those are all things that we try to avoid. If you have any questions about parenting plans, go ahead and give us a call. At Johnson Law Firm, we fight for families and their fresh start.